Hi, my loves. Welcome to StarMagicTarot and Intuitive Guidance. My name is Ashli, and I'm here to offer you divine guidance based on my intuition and tarot reading. I look forward to sharing the messages that come to me. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi guys, so welcome, thanks for tuning in. My name is Ashli and this is Star Magic and Intuitive Guidance. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to light some incense to clear the air and the space. These are some crazy times we're currently experiencing. I hope everyone is well. And I just wanted to check in because it's been a while since my last post. I set the intention for my last post to be an overview of what we can expect in January of 2020. But the entire time while I was reading, I'll light some Palo Santo too. Oh. Bless me and the collective with abundance, positive energy, and high vibrations to serve the greatest good. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. But the whole time while I was shuffling the cards and pulling and reading, I kept feeling like it was more than January. Just the whole year just kept coming up. Like the whole year, like there was just so much, at least the start of the year. And the start of this year has been a lot. It's been a lot. And I can't help but acknowledge that a lot of what I shared, a lot of what came up in my last reading has actually come to fruition, especially when it comes to surprises and interesting times and finding community in our tribes and this whole thing. I mean, at the time I didn't know it would be the coronavirus, but I did sense something. I'd been sensing something for a while. So I just wanted to come on, and this is entirely impromptu. Spirit just called me to give a reading for the collective, and so that's what I'm doing. That's what we're here to do today. And I hope everyone is safe and uses this time to really ground and get centered. I know that in a time like this, you know, I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime, as I'm sure most people have not. So in a time like this where, you know, we don't have many details about this virus or the way it works, the way it spreads, the way it attacks the immune system, the way, you know, the way it progresses, it's easy to get caught up in the frenzy and to panic. But I think right now is a really divine opportunity to resist the urge to panic and breathe and really open up to see what lessons are here for us to take away from this, whether it's having time to figure out who we truly are, what we truly want, what we're here to do, our purpose. Is this a call to action? Is this a call to report to mission, right? Especially for those of us who are healers and light workers and intuitive and divinely gifted. We're all divinely blessed, and maybe this is an opportunity for us to really tune in. And for me personally, it's been a struggle. I mean, I had already had this regular daily spiritual practice, and for some reason now, when what matters the most is maintaining our health, our spiritual health, our mental health, our physical health, our emotional health, the last thing I want to do, or the last thing I feel called to do, or for some reason it's a struggle for me to stay committed to my spiritual practice. I haven't been, my regular routine is to get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning and pray, sage, light some Palo Santo, say my gratitudes, meditate, journal, read something spiritual, exercise, yoga, whatever. Like, that is I have a whole routine. And in this time, I just can't do it. For some reason, I just feel immobilized. Is what's coming to mind, and I'm really resisting that urge to just self-pity and panic, and because it's self-destructive. It's not constructive, and that we're all in this together. And what's important for us to remind ourselves of is that now is the most crucial time. It's the most crucial opportunity for us to contribute and continue to raise the vibration of the collective. It's like we're faced with a choice, and everyone is talking about this right now, how we're faced with a choice. We can choose faith, or we can choose fear. Faith, fear. We're at a crossroads right now. And maybe it sounds cliche, but it's true. Ultimately, it's true. So it's up for you to decide, who are you? And right now, it's up to me to find out what messages Spirit has for the collective right now. So I'm just going to say a quick prayer. Father, Mother, God, Spirit, Universe, my angels and guides, the highest spiritual beings of my ancestors, my higher self, and all divine entities who love me unconditionally. I call upon you for unconditional love, grace, compassion, healing, protection, assistance, and support. I specifically call upon the highest spiritual beings of my ancestors who love me unconditionally and are able to be here with me now in unconditional love and in service of the highest good. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for blessing my work with the tarot. I call upon you specifically for clarity, wisdom, and insight now. I open up to receive the divine messages you have for the collective at this time, so we may continue to find alignment with our highest selves in service of the greatest good. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective at this time? What message and healing do you have for the collective at this time? What message and healing does the collective need to receive most at this time? Wow. Okay, so the overall energy of this spread is the Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords, wow, the Two of Swords in reverse, and underneath that is the Ace of Swords, and underneath that is the King of Swords. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a really powerful message, guys. The overall energy of this spread is, like I said, making a choice. We're at a crossroads, and a decision needs to be made. Now, faith or fear? Which one are you going to choose? Ultimately, at the end of the road, for this collective here, the energy that I'm tapped into, is the Ten of Cups. This is a beautiful energy. This is the feeling of having everything that you've ever wanted, fulfillment, happiness. This is the house and the picket white fence and the kids and the yard, and this is the Ten of Cups. 10, the number 10, X, represents completion, right? And somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I I've heard of once in a lullaby. Someday I wish. Anyway, sorry, but that in the rainbow at the end of the storm is a rainbow. At the end, I mean, do we really need to read the rest of the spread? Yes, we do. But ultimately, what we all want is happiness, it's fulfillment, it's joy, is companionship, is love, right? And love is what's going to see us through. Love. And followed by the 10 of Cups is the 5 of Swords in reverse. The 5 of Swords in reverse. The 5 of Swords, forgiveness. Forgiveness. It's funny how, you know, and I'm like on the verge of tears right now, guys. It's funny how traumatic events can somehow really put things in a perspective. And when we get caught up in the day-to-day life, right? In the struggle, the grind, the hustle, what we've got to do, it's really easy to lose sight of what's truly important and what truly matters. And we get caught up in it's tempting for us to get caught up in the pettiness and low vibrational energy of the bullshit, of the things that don't really matter. We let our minds dictate what's right and what's wrong, black and white, like winning, being the best, right? That's low vibrational negative energy, but it's common, it happens. But in reverse, that's letting that shit go. It's letting it go. Forgiveness. And of course, forgiveness ties into love. And when we can do that, this what's going on right now with the collective, this collective energy. I mean, it goes beyond the coronavirus. The coronavirus is just, it's a symptom of a problem that was already in existence, that was already prevalent, not just in a particular country or city or, you know, amongst a particular culture. This is all over the world. This pandemic has spread all over the world. The earth, the mama earth, she's hurting, she's suffering. Like, now is the opportunity for healing, for balance. And I say this because temperance is all about balance. And as I kind of got off track a little bit, but it's amazing, it's miraculous actually, how something like this can help really clear our minds so that we can see what truly matters. What truly matters is love. What truly matters is forgiveness. It's restoring that balance. Not only, temperance doesn't only represent balance, it represents divine intervention. This is a moment of divine intervention. But as I stated at the beginning of the reading, that's not just going to miraculously happen. You have to make a choice. We have to make a choice to let go of this energy, the energy of the devil. The devil isn't a boogeyman, right? It's not some evil biblical figure. The devil represents negative energy, toxicity, obsessions, bonds, addiction, the toxicity of the earth, the toxic energy, the low vibrational energy that we've been carrying around us as a collective. It's time to let that go. And in order for that to happen, foundations that were built on bullshit are going to crumble. And that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. It feels like everything is falling apart. It feels like the foundation that we believed our entire existence was built upon is somehow slipping through our fingers. It's falling apart. It's disappearing. It's letting go. It's crumbling, right? It's crumbling because of the freaking tower. This is a tower moment for the collective. And of course, I mean, that's on a large scale, on a macro scale, but on a micro scale, this tower is affecting everybody. The individual, we're all connected. We're all connected. And there's a lot of fear and a lot of pain and a lot of suffering and a lot of loss that's happening right now. And it doesn't feel good. And there's so much uncertainty because we don't know what's going to happen. But we have to trust, we have to have faith, and trust in the divine, and trust that this is all in service of our highest good. It's in service of the greatest good. For us, on an individual level, and even more importantly, for all of us as a collective. This is a moment in time that will mark history. Things will never be the same. But that's a good thing. With all of this craziness happening, at the end of the storm comes clarity. The Seven of Cups in reverse is, like I said, that perspective. It's finally shifting your perspective to see the truth. And once we're able to do that, we will no longer accept what doesn't serve us. Initially, what I wanted to say is we will no longer accept the bullshit, right? It's like, once you know, you can't unknow. Once you learn something new, you can't unlearn it. You can't go back and look at how the system was fucked up and accept it and remain silent anymore. The Four of Cups represents dissatisfaction and not accepting, refusing to accept what is no longer satisfying, what no longer works. We're not settling for the status quo right now. After something like this, there is no going back. There's no going back. And decisions are made, and what's unimportant will fall to the wayside. What's toxic needs to be released. You can't have your foot in both worlds. There's right and there's wrong. There's faith and there's fear. There's do and there's don't. There's action, there's inaction. You've got to make a choice. And we've always had these groups, right? We've always had like people, spiritual people, the spiritual community that, you know, is all about love and light and joy and high vibes and abundance, right? And then there are the laymen's, right, who don't believe in that stuff, or, you know, just selfish people who only want to look out for themselves, or even not, I won't even say selfish people. I'm not going to talk shit about any group of people, but let's just say that, you know, there's the less aware, the people that are less conscious, the people that aren't awake. But so many of us are waking up now, and this catastrophic event is going to cause a lot more people to wake up finally. And so now, once we know, we can't unknow. There have also been a lot of people who maybe believed in certain things or were curious but weren't ready to take the leap of faith and actually practice what they preach, right? Or practice what, you know, what we talk about with this. It's like there are a lot of people, spirituality is trending right now. There are a lot of people out there who talk about how spiritual they are and how high vibe they are, but they don't actually understand what it means to be high vibe. High vibe doesn't mean, oh, my eyes are closed, my ears are closed, and I'm just going to shut out everything that makes me feel good because I'm just going to be happy. No, being spiritual, being high vibe, living a life of abundance, where that inner abundance finally gets, you've just been living abundantly and experiencing that inner abundance so much that it's finally starting to manifest in the 3D world, and your life is just like, that's hard work. And it doesn't come from ignoring shit. It comes from confronting shit. Okay? So, yeah, you have a choice. And after something like this, the coronavirus and whatever else is happening, because this isn't the end, you can't pretend anymore. Now you've got to step up to the plate. This is a call to action. Okay? It's not just about rainbows and butterflies and rose-colored glasses. Now we actually have the opportunity to find our purpose. Not just to find our purpose, but to live in our purpose. Because a lot of us, we've had this calling, we felt it in our hearts, but because of social conditioning and trauma and whatever else, life, really, we forget, or we convince ourselves that that's not true, or that we can't have that. And so our purpose remains dormant. And a lot of people, they live their lives without ever truly getting the opportunity, or getting the opportunity to make the choice to live in their purpose. And this right here, this is our tower moment. This is our chance. This is the universe waking us up, rattling everything, stripping us down of all of the conditioning, from all of the bullshit, and saying, wake up. What are you going to do? While we're in this moment of quote unquote stagnancy, are you going to stay home and veg out on, and yes, you're going to stay home. But while you're home, are you going to veg out on fucking Hulu and Netflix? Or are you going to actually do what your soul is calling you to do right now? Whether that's writing, or reaching out to people, calling the people you love, or seeing how you can make a difference by contributing your calling to the world, whatever that may be, whether it's art, or I don't know, whatever it is, right? What are you going to do? Are you going to waste this time? No, this time is a gift, and it's a blessing. And at the end of the day, or at the end of the road, is there really an end? At the end of this process, it takes us back to the very beginning. 10 reduces to a 1. And this is what's to come. If you do the work, if you make the choice, if you stand firm in who you are, in your purpose, in your belief, in your newly found ascended consciousness, this is your time. Thank you for tuning in. This is a really beautiful, powerful message, and I wasn't sure if I was going to share this because, like I said, it was completely impromptu. I just felt called. And that's me doing my part. This is me doing my part. This is me living in my purpose. This is me sharing my gifts with the world so that I can help, even if I can help just one person out there, whoever needs to hear this, here it is. Thank you. Guys, if you liked this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications, the little bell at the bottom. You can follow me on Instagram at StarMagic by Ashli. Ashli is spelled ASHLI. And check out my candles. I have... Oh, right. Can you see it? Right. So this is my protection candle. There you go. This is my protection candle. It's called I Am Clean. It permanently clears and I just blew it out. It permanently clears and removes negative energy and toxicity from your life, from your space, and it also calls in divine protection. So if you feel like you could use a little extra divine help, then you can find out more about my candles on Etsy. It's etsy.com/shop/StarMagic by Ashli. And I Am Clean. It comes with black tourmaline, and the herbs that I use are black pepper and sage. It burns on the inside. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you go. Oh, shit. I just spilled some wax out. But yeah, the outside doesn't burn. The outer layer of the candle is maintained. It maintains its integrity as it burns. They're available in full size and half. This is an example of, wait, can you see? Can I? Anyway, yeah, there we go. Full size and half. This is a beautiful, pretty packaging. The prayer is on the side. The description's on the back. And this is I Am Clean. But I also have 2 other candles. One to call in love, whether that's self-love, romantic, familial, platonic, just general love, with red roses and rose quartz. And I Am Abundance with citrine and 5-finger grass. You can see the Star Magic by Ashli. Those are just examples of the half size. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. Gosh, I just want to say, okay, so QueenCup, I don't know if you guys follow QueenCup. She's amazing. She's so gifted and talented, but she says something like, let your inner angels live. And I think that's such a beautiful saying. And I think we all really need to let our inner angels live right now. So I will sign off with that. Take care.